So one of the things we get asked about is why do we choose the equipment that we choose, right? VSUN panels are our primary panel that we installed. Duracell Microinverter system is the primary inverter system. So the short answer to that is they produce better than anything else that we've looked at or tried. VSUN is a bifacial panel, one of the very few companies that make a bifacial panel. And what that is, it means that it'll actually collect light not just on the front side of the panel, but reflective light on the back side of the panel. So any sunlight that's bouncing off your roof back onto the back side of the panel will actually absorb as well. So it's not a huge amount, but it's enough that when we compare it side by side to other panels, it's producing usually somewhere between 6 to 10% more. It will vary depending on the house and the pitch and all those type of things. With the Duracell microinverter system, there's a few things we love about it. The big piece about doing microinverter versus string inverter is the fact that we're converting power at an individual panel level compared to a string inverter where you're tying your entire system to one inverter. You have problems with that inverter, now your entire system's not working. Obviously it's a big piece of equipment, it's an expensive piece of equipment, so when it comes to warranty replacements, they're not quick to replace them. They want them maintained and worked on and try to troubleshoot. You go through all these things and that whole time your system is completely down. So with a microinverter system, you have a problem with a microinverter, it's going to be a warranty issue again. They're a lot quicker to replace them because individually they're not nearly as expensive as a big string inverter. And secondly, they're a lot easier to troubleshoot. A lot of that stuff can be done off-site. And if you do have a bad one, the rest of your system's still working. So the other thing we love about Duracell's choice of the way they design their microinverters, they will actually put 2 or even 4 microinverters into a single casing. And so you're still getting individual inverter per panel, but by grouping them together in the casing, they've eliminated a lot of extra expensive parts, right? We've eliminated a lot of that extra casing. We've also eliminated, when we've got 4 inverters in one casing, then we've eliminated 3 of the communication devices. The microinverters are communicating to what's called a DTU, which is, it looks like a little Wi-Fi box. That's how data is collected, how it's sent to the cloud so that you can monitor and see how your system's working all the way down to the individual panel level. So those are expensive pieces. By grouping those together and just having one communication device for 4 inverters, they allow that system to be a lot better value than what you see in, say, like an Enphase, which is probably the most well-known microinverter company in the US that does not do any combining of their inverters. So they're a lot more expensive. So between the production that we see with the VSUN Duracell combination, the warranties being top of the line, 25 years, 30-year production guarantee on the panels, and the value that we see by them utilizing some of these new concepts of grouping the inverters, just makes it the best combination we've found out there.